Welcome, marketing chefs. I've got something truly special cooking in the Omni-Channel oven today. If you had to choose between globalization, localization, or personalization, what would it be? Hear my response up next in the Marketing Kitchen. Welcome to the kitchen, the Marketing Kitchen. Hi, I'm Ron VINING, your host of MarketingKitchenTV. Thank you for your question. If you'd like me to answer a question here on MarketingKitchenTV, all you need to do is go to the @MarketingKitchenTV on Twitter, use the hashtag Q&A, and I will answer your questions here. All right, here's a good question. I love questions that are clear-cut, well-defined, and easy to answer. If you had to pick one, what do you think is the most important of three forces? Globalization, localization, or personalization? And why? The next web seems to hint at personalization. What do you think, Marketing Kitchen? Pretty clear cut. So if I had to choose one, would it be globalization, localization, or personalization as being the most important of the three forces? I have an answer, but it's about understanding the company first. So I could give you my answer, but you always want to backtrack. You always want to take a step back, because what might be good for you might not be good for someone else. Because you must remember that everybody has their own customers, they have their products and services, they have their channels, and they have their message. Or let me back that up for a second. It's important to remember that every company has the following. They have their own customers. They have their message, which could also be their product and their service, and they have their channels. And so to ask globalization, localization, or personalization without giving great respect to audience, message, channel, you'd be doing a disservice. If I had to choose one out of the three, I would choose personalization. And the reason why is personalization cuts across globalization, localization, bringing us to personalization. The problem is that personalization might cut out a customer segment that still might buy your product. So you have to be careful when you're targeting to not make your target so refined that you miss out on a particular audience. Let me give you an example. I did a Twitter campaign. Anyway, I advertised on Twitter one time, and I was so hyper targeted, so making it highly personalized, that I reached such a small sample that it didn't do me any good. And so I would have been much better to have more so localized the message than to have fully personalized it. Does that make sense at all? So when we talk about globalization, it's about having the home office, the multinational brand products and services, and all of the assets and messaging that go along with it. Localization is taking that globalized message and putting a local face on it. So maybe you have a brand ambassador at the global level, but at the local or regional level, you have a different face who's representing that brand, and that's very important. Personalization, though, is going beyond those two and fully targeting just a specific customer based upon whatever data segment or sets it is that you've put in place. So if I've got a limited budget, I'm going for personalization. If I've got a wider budget and I want to cast a wider net, I'm going for localization. If I've got a strong global brand that has appeal to a large segment, then I'm going to work under that global model that sometimes puts a local face or local spin on my messaging. So if I have to choose, I'm doing personalization first, localization second, and globalization third. That would be the order with which I would take it. I hope that answers your question. Thank you for your question. If you'd like me to answer a question here on Marketing Kitchen TV, all you need to do is go to the @MarketingKitchenTV on Twitter, use the hashtag Q&A, and I will answer your questions here. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember, there's always fresh content simmering on our storytelling stovetop. So whatever happens in this kitchen shouldn't stay in this marketing kitchen. I'm Ron Vining, your host, reminding you to invite your family and friends to the next episode of Marketing Kitchen TV.